We got to get in this beehive today. These things are growing like crazy. Let's go see what they got. What's up, Cattywampus crew? Welcome back to Cattywampus Acres. It's Jason, and today we have to get a hive inspection in. You can hear the roosters are going crazy over here. We got to get a hive inspection in. We've done one so far, so this will be, I guess, week 3 into our beekeeping journey. And I know I'm always surprised when I look in there, but I think you're going to be surprised on how hard these things work. I know those of you who've already keep bees, you're probably like, nah, that's how hard bees work all the time. But those of you who have maybe thought about getting bees or have never raised bees before, it's blowing my mind how fast these things work. Well, hopefully everybody's having a good week. It's super nice here in North, I don't know, I can never remember what this really is considered, North Georgia, I guess. We're zone 7B, but it's looking lovely out here. We're gonna take a trip out to the garden because we gotta go out and check on these bees. First, let's go around and check on all these animals. This is Willie. Willie and his brother are doing very well. Trying to find a new home for his brother. We're not going to keep 2 bucks, but Willie we're going to keep. He's a nice healthy buckling, and we're going to keep him intact, so he's good to go. They've been hanging out here with Ollie, but they are doing really well. They're almost weaned completely. We're cutting them off from the milk pretty soon, but they're almost done, so they're looking really good. They're both pretty stinking adorable too. I need to get them out of this hay feeder because they get stuck. If you don't raise goats, you don't realize how mischievous they can be, and what tends to happen is they eat hay. These two like to eat the hay from the top down until they get themselves stuck. That's basically what happens. He's nibbling on my fingers here. What's up, Ollie? Ollie's happy as always. He's always a happy pig. He's doing well. Ain't you, buddy? You doing good? You got your buddies in here? So the chickens are all nice and happy. It hasn't been raining too bad lately, so they're doing okay. The company GrubTerra actually reached out to us, and we have a 5-pound bag of their black soldier fly larvae that we're gonna check out and see how the chickens like today. So stick around for that. I'm interested to see. I know some of the other farms have tried it and they love it. Their chickens love it, so I'm excited to see how they like it. So we're trying a little experiment. So here at Cattywampus Acres, we've done rye hay and Bermuda hay before. We typically keep Bermuda in with them, but these two are fighting over it. We have tried rye before. We try and keep the rye hay away from Miss Fiona because she gets a little fat. Don't let her know that I said that, but yeah, we like to keep her away from the rye because she'll eat a lot and get sort of chubby. Rye hay actually has higher sugar content, so that's why we like it for the goats, because being that they're producing a whole bunch of milk right now, it definitely helps keep them going and helps them recoup the milk that we milk out. What we did this time is we have a bale of Bermuda and a bale of rye right next to each other, and we're gonna just, after a few days, we're gonna check and see which one they've eaten on more. I'm assuming it's gonna be the rye, because what I like about the rye is it keeps them quiet and keeps them a lot happier. So hopefully that works. We're gonna just check it out. Steven, the goats are fun. Steven doesn't want to play with the goats today. And our last stop before we get out to the hive, let's check out our big garden. Pro-cut sunflowers, looking good. Greens mix, we've been eating on that all the time. That's looking great. Corn, we need to weed a little bit, and we're gonna have to hill these, but we got these 4-row of corn that are looking real good. Check out these cherry tomatoes, y'all. Look at these things, man. We've had some aphids on them, but we're gonna take care of that. They're looking good. We gotta get in here with some support for them because they're starting to get big. All of our peppers, looking real good. Got our red Norlands. They're all looking good here. Potatoes. We still got some Brussels sprouts and some spinach hanging in there. We'll see if we can get it in before it gets too hot, but they're doing really good. All right, let's get out here to this hive. All right, let's go ahead and take a look inside. We've been doing this medium box here, and I have 2 feeders in here. We use the linear feeder system. I have 2 quart jars in here, sugar syrup. They do tend to build a little bit of burr comb in between them, but it's nothing too bad. So they're actually drinking right now. They've been going through about 2 quarts, almost 2 quarts a week. The next step, what we're gonna do is after today, I have another deep box ready, and so probably what I'll do is I'll move this medium frame up with the feeder, and we will put our deep on with some frames. And I think what we're gonna try is starter strips upon a recommendation of a friend who raises bees. Putting some good propolis around this thing. And like I said, they do have some burr comb on here. We'll clean this burr comb up before we put it back together. They are, if you give bees some space, man, they definitely use it. All right, let's get into these frames here, see how we're looking. And I'll get this burr comb off the top here. And nothing on this one, as you would have expected. This is just a empty frame with foundation. This is the outer frame. Bees work from the inside out. Nothing there, not surprised. See, now we're getting into some actual stuff here. Let's take a look here, see what we got. They have a bunch of nectar and that they're building on here. So they're building this one out. This is all nectar and some bee bread on this one. So we'll just move that to the side here. I need a sweatband in here if anybody'd love to recommend a sweatband. So this one, same thing. We got a bunch of comb being built out here and nothing too crazy in there. They've built this comb out almost completely. So this is a whole frame of brood. This is all capped brood and it is heavy, let me tell you. So we got a whole frame of cap brood. I'm looking for the queen. Some cells being built on the bottom here. Some capped honey over here in the corner. So tell me what you guys would remove this or not. It is not queen cells. It's not like a swarm cell or anything. It's just there's some space down there and they're building it up. And these girls are loaded down with pollen. Heavy, heavy, heavy frames. This one's all loaded up with brood and honey. There's capped honey over here in the corner. And we got a bunch of brood all over in the middle here. And this thing is all yellow with pollen. Oh, found my queen. Let me flip around and show you. Found my queen, yay. She is very dark in color. She's right there. So that's the first time I found her. I'm excited now. So she's loading up these things with brood. She is laying like a maniac in here. All capped brood in here. Jeez Louise, got a lot of capped brood. The brood is hatched out of here, so looking good there. Capped brood, pollen, milk brood in here, some larvae all up in here, some capped honey. Look down in there, you'll see the larvae all in all these cells, all those little white guys in there in all different stages. There's some really small ones at the bottom and bigger ones at the top, and then they're capping them right there. Pretty cool. We're gonna put our frame back together, and I'm in the process of painting our next deep box, and we'll put that on with some 10 frames and starter strips. So we'll catch up with you in a bit. All right, we got all this stuff done. The hive's looking great, and so I told you earlier that we had this company GrubTerra reach out to us, and I know several of the other farms that use it. I know Cog Hill uses it and they love it, and I think there's a few others that have actually started using it. This will be our first time trying it with the chickens, and this is black soldier fly larvae. I'll show you. Look in there, see, this is a 5-pound bag. Pretty cool, huh? We don't have a setup here where we raise our own soldier fly larvae, so thankfully you got companies like this that'll do it. So this will be our first time trying it. We'll see if the chickens like it or not. So here's what GrubTerra says. It says that it produces stronger eggshells, so calcium, keeps feathers healthy, it's farm raised, and it has 75% more calcium than mealworms. So we're gonna give it a go. I don't like the smell of it. It smells like bugs. But yeah, so that's the breakdown of it. I'll show you that real quick if you want to consider this for your chickens. This is the big 5-pound bag of soldier fly larvae. And so what we'll do is we'll put a link down in the description below, and you can get some of these soldier fly larvae yourself. So let's go ahead and see if the chickens like them or not. Okay, we're in a chicken run, and I wanted to try it like a controlled experiment. So what I did is I actually gave the chickens some feed in the run here. And so I'm gonna throw some of this out and see if I can get them to come over here. We'll see. Yeah, chickens! Yeah, chickens! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! They're coming. Got them. I think it worked. What's up? Roosters are calling them over. It works. They're all coming down here. They obviously love them. If you didn't know, if you're just starting with chickens and you didn't know how much they love, I figured they were probably going to like them. We've been raising chickens for a long time, and if there's one thing that they love is bugs that they don't even have to chase after. They love it. We'll see. We're gonna start adding this into the mix with our chickens and seeing how much they like it. So GrubTerra is not paying us for this. They just sent us a bag just to say, hey, you want to try it out? So I definitely recommend getting yourself some GrubTerra for your flock and seeing if they like it too. So we'll put a link to GrubTerra down in the description so you can check out these soldier fly larvae for yourself. Figured we'd share the wealth with the silkies and these Cornish in here, being that they're off by themselves. Here you go. You chickens. You chickens. You chickens. Well, thank you again for joining us at Cattywampus Acres. This little girl's getting a little ornery. But thank you once again. Please, if you have never subscribed to our channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting the bell notification, liking the video, and don't forget to share the video to people that may like to learn how to homestead and do this kind of stuff. Always remember what we say here at Cattywampus Acres: when you homestead, you're home fed. We'll see you guys next time.